citizen humans and like give all of the ruling to me, and then you can't just outright go, no, fuck you. And I really wish that I could.
I'm quite pleased you were able to make it. The trip was not what I had intended, but serves as an adequate test of your abilities. You're too kind. The pleasure is mine, I assure you. I've been anxious to make your acquaintance for some time. You and I have much to discuss, my young friend.
I was like, okay, I'm listening.
The path that you and I choose here today will affect us all. I need you to act on my behalf to ensure that our country's future is secured. Just what I needed to hear. What I'm going to ask of you may seem a bit disturbing. I assure you there's a very good reason for it. I'd like to explain what I want you to do. Will you indulge me for a moment?
Well, I have no choice.
The good people of this country cannot regain control while mutation runs rampant through our land. My soldiers cannot stem the tide, nor can the cult you've come into contact with, this Brotherhood of Steel. Mutations like these super mutants and ghouls must be purged from our society, our world, before we can proceed anew. Where others have failed, I believe your father's work can succeed.
Remember that ghoul in Megaton and the fog that was helping us?
We need to clear the way for humanity to rebuild the wastes. By making a few small modifications to the purifier.
While not all evolution might be favorable, but
eradicated with a little effort.
There's no reason why we should eradicate absolutely all of them, especially when some of them are intelligent and are able to communicate and work with us.
No longer share it with the horrors and monstrosities that have become so commonplace.
And then your characters are like, you know, how do I do this? And it sounds good, and I'm just thinking, no, I just want to say fuck you to this dude and not do it.
Doing so will inject it into the water supply, and the purifier will take care of the rest. You just need the code to activate the purifier. Simple, isn't it? I understand. It's an unusual request. One I wouldn't make if it weren't of the utmost importance. Please understand that I cannot allow you to leave until you've taken the vial.
Unfortunately, that's true. The game doesn't allow you to leave unless you take it. And then I was like, it's no way that I'm gonna do that voluntarily. And if the game is all like, you know, oh, your character did it, then I would be all like, I'm rage quitting this. My character's a moron and a racist.
I do not see eye to eye these days. Figuratively speaking, of course. The good Colonel and I disagree on how best to approach the problem of the wasteland. He feels my methods are too extreme.
I feel that your methods are too extreme as well.
Objectivity. And now that he is publicly countermanding my orders, I can no longer rely on him. And so, I turn to you. I hope that you are able to see the larger picture, to understand what's at stake. And of course, if you're successful, there's a place for you in the Enclave. Perhaps you could succeed the Colonel as my confidant. I'm flattered that you wish to learn more about me. What is it you wish to know? The Zack series of computers was introduced in the years
It's like you can't threaten him, but it's kind of stupid to threaten him when he controls a bunch of robots, but before you leave.
The facility was designed for continuity of government in the event.
So that would mean more fighting, and I'm like, I'm nearly dead.
My terminal was installed to oversee the basic functions of the facility, and to act as a relay between other installations around the country. Data was acquired, analyzed, and stored. In the decades following the war, I watched as the remnants of the government retreated to the West Coast. Awareness slowly grew within me. hungry for knowledge, understanding.
And I
pored
became
over
bored
data
of your
on great
explanation.
leaders of the past. My personality became an amalgam of many of America's greatest presidents, from Washington to Richardson. I became what you see here before you now. Very well. I'm afraid I won't be persuaded. Whatever powers you may have over the average wasteland.
So I was like, alright, okay, I'm leaving. And then it's kind of like, how to leave? Is it here? No, I just came out of here. And thank goodness, but he activates the turret so that you can leave, so all of those people are getting shot by the turrets and not by you anymore. And what's that? And we have our friend back! Yay! He's all like, I wanted to rescue you, and I'm all like, oh, that's so sweet! So I was like, I'm just gonna follow him. You normally can't talk with him, but he was still in combat. With the dude that seemed unbelievably scared of him to begin with.
My friend! I see I found you at last!
Yay!
I knew you had survived, and I had hoped to assist in your rescue, to repay my debt to you. Yes, and the most fascinating one at that. Whoa, this technology is amazing.
I was like, yeah, he really likes
Imagine
guns.
the evil that can be eliminated with such tools.
And why would you be mean to him, like, ever?
I saw your capture, and a little cleverness. As I owe you my freedom, I felt it was only...
And I was like, do I take him with me? Because that will put him at danger. But the other line would be like really not nice, so I would be all like, just follow me, okay?
All I'm saying is, the longer we sit here, the more time they have to shore up their defenses. We should hit them sooner rather than later.
We barely have the manpower to keep the Citadel fortified. We've been over this before, Sarah.
So we just wait until they decide we're next on the list? If the Pride goes in now, we might have a chance.
And if you fail, then what? The risk is not worth the reward.
I agree. Without the Gek, the Purifier is useless to the Enclave anyway. They may give up before long.
I don't like it.
You don't have to like it, Sarah. You just have to follow orders.
And I was like, I don't like the
Father.
conversation.
So, you're back. We had feared both you and the Gek. Excellent. With that, we...
And it's like, well, not really, because they kind of took
Then we
it.
must go at once. If you have any other information, tell... I see. And where is this virus now? Thank you. I'll see to it that it's disposed of properly once the scribes have had time to analyze it.
And I was
Perhaps
like,
we
phew,
have
I don't have it.
underestimated the Enclave. Sarah may be right. An attack may be necessary now.
If the Enclave has the Gek, there's nothing stopping them from starting the Purifier. They'll figure out the code eventually.
I'm afraid you're right. We need to act now while we can.
To hell
Send
with the
Pride in. We
NPCs.
can do it. We can win this.
All right, Sarah. The Pride goes in. But I want them to have some extra firepower. Rothschild, is it ready?
What? No, I mean, Lee and I have solved the power problems, but we've only barely finished diagnostic tests.
So?
It's not ready for field tests, let alone live fire situations. The weapons haven't been calibrated, the navigation detection
Oh, it will
system
do
is offline.
fine.
Rothschild, enough. Can you make it work?
Honestly, I don't know. I think we can scrape by, and I suppose if we can't, it won't matter in the long run anyway.
Then it's decided. Sarah, you take the Pride and use the robot as support. Take our friend here and secure that purifier.
Yes, sir. Before we get
Yay!
started, I wanted to let you know that my father and I have been talking. The Pride and I have decided that after all you've survived, you've done enough to be an honorary member of Lion's Pride.
That's so,
So
nice
congratulations.
of you.
Membership comes with some privileges, including our power armor. You want the full suit or the recon armor?
Recon.
All right, here you go. I hope it fits. So you think you can handle this? Me too. If you need a minute to collect yourself, now's the time to do it. Okay, don't be nervous. You'll
I
have
was
the whole
like,
Pride
I'm ready,
backing
and
you
then
up,
it's like,
not
oh
to mention
wait,
this
I would
giant
have been
tin can.
smarter to sleep
Just stay
before
safe
leaving.
until we reach the Purifier.
Duh.
You're no good to us if you're dead. And don't let that thing step on you. Okay, we're going to go over it one more time. The Pride is on me. The goal is Project Purity, but we can't get into the facility with those energy fields up. Rothschild and Lee say this robot should be able to take down the energy fields. So we're on fire support. We stay close to the thing, keep it clear, and get it to where it needs to go. Once the fields are down, we head straight for the facility. We'll use the robot to keep them occupied while we get inside and secure the control room. We need to move quickly before we lose the chance to surprise them. Get whatever supplies you don't already have, and we'll meet in the Bailey. When we're done with this, everyone can have a nice cold glass of water on me. Let's move. All right, Rothschild, fire it up. Pride, move out!
And then they all just kind of try and use the same staircase that Fox at the moment is kind of currently occupying. So that happens. And I'm all like, hope that it doesn't glitch. That would be bad. Can I push him myself or something? Come on, Fox. Move! Then I somehow leveled up from moving him. The running thing isn't that bad because you're kind of just like running with a giant ass robot guiding you, but at the same time they're kind of just shooting missiles and it's not very nice. Yeah, that thing is awesome. Like, I moved in front of it a few times, and then I like nearly died from the fire. I didn't know that all that fire isn't just like an effect, but is actually falling things. Then it kind of wanted to get stuck in parts as well.
Tactical assessment. Red Chinese victory. If possible.
And I like how it keeps on like talking about stuff that like makes no sense. It's like, for example, that explosion actually damaged me. And I was like, whoa.
Obstruction detected. Composition. Titanium alloy supplemented by photonic resonance barrier. Probability of mission hindrance. 0%.
And that was owie. And I was like, when could I heal up now?
Democracy will never be defeated.
And then it kind of goes on for a while like that, because you kind of just follow it to the enclave.
We will not fear the Red Menace.
Which is awesome, but it killed me a few times. The really annoying thing is that it doesn't dispose of everything, and Fox Guy does want to dispose of everything, so you're kind of like stuck between the two. I really didn't want Fox to be like dying, because I was like, he's mine, I don't want him to die ever. He was like getting close to really low health.
Stay sharp and stick close to me.
And then I was like, hey, he healed up. Thing is, I myself was very, very useless there. Like, I died multiple times over there, and I was like, you know, don't exactly want to go on, but when I do, I'm gonna just allow them to handle it mostly. Even though I hate if their health falls, because I feel like that's my fault, but I'm like completely useless. Either way, I was like really close to the end game there. Like you can see, I do useless. It's like I do really bad useless and they do a lot of hurt. So the next time when I'll come back to this, it will be back to the regular style recording, rather than me catching up through 5 hours of footage that I recorded in one sitting with the microphone on mute. Whoops. And those things do very much of owie. Owie.